Hello everyone, welcome to another supplementary lesson. In this lesson, I'm going to talk about different programming cases. As you know, identifiers such as variables, constants, function name, etc. are multiwords sometimes and they need to be without spaces. So different cases become a convenient way of reading them. Different languages conventionally use different cases to write these identifiers. I will not get into the debate of which case to use, but I am just going to introduce you to different cases used across programming languages. Again, my aim here is to introduce you to programming lingo. So let's start. First, we will cover the Camel Case and PascalCase, as they are both very similar but with one major difference. Then we will cover Snake Case and Kebab-case, again very similar but with one major difference. Then I will just do a quick coding session to go over these cases. In Camel Case, every word except the first word is capitalized. Google Camel Case and you will see why it's called Camel Case. You will need to use a little bit of your imagination. We have a few examples here. As you can see in my int, my string, and phone number, the starting word is all lowercase, with the rest of the words in the string or the name are capitalized. The Pascal case is similar to Camel Case, the difference being that all words are capitalized, including the first one. So is the case with my string and phone number. In Snake Case, every word is separated by an underscore. Continuing with our examples, you can see my int has an underscore between my and int, my string has an underscore between my and string, and so is the case with phone number. The name again comes from case resembling a snake. Again, you will need to use some of your imagination. As for kebab case, every word in the string is separated by a dash which makes it look like a kebab. So my int have a dash in between my and int, so does my string and phone number. Both snake case and kebab case can be capitalized, which means all letters in the name or identifier are all uppercase. Again, we will look at these in our coding examples. So let's try this out with a little bit of code. Hello everyone, as I told you in the lesson, in the coding session, we are going to go over the different programming cases. I am using a Go file to introduce you to cases, but it has no relation to Go at all. You can use any language you want or just use the text file to practice this out. First, let us look at Camel Case. I am going to create a variable named myInt which is described in Camel Case and assign it a value of 10. Let's create another variable with Camel Case and another for last name. As you can see, the first word in the variable name is lowercase and rest of the words in the variable name are all capitalized. Let's create a really long variable name with Camel Case. This too is written in Camel Case. Next, let's move on to Pascal Case. As discussed in the lesson, in Pascal Case, every word in the variable name is capitalized. So if I were to write my int, I would write it as my int. First name would become first name with all capitalized words. So is the case with last name and then our really long variable name. So as you can see, every word in the variable name is capitalized and that is called a Pascal case. Now let's move on to our next case, which is Snake Case. As described in the lesson, every word in Snake Case will have an underscore between them. So my int becomes my underscore int, first name becomes first underscore name, last name becomes last underscore name, and our really long variable name becomes really underscore long underscore variable underscore name. So this is Snake Case. Snake Case can also be in all uppercase. So my int becomes my underscore int all in uppercase. First name becomes first name, again all uppercase with underscore between letters. Last name becomes last name, again with underscore between the letters. And in the last we have really long variable name. Just going to correct them here. So that they look as they are described. Last we have the kebab case. So my int becomes my dash int. First name becomes first dash name, last name becomes last dash name, really long variable name becomes really dash long dash variable dash name. I'm just going to update them according to their cases. Again, kebab case can also be all uppercase. So my int becomes my dash int, first name becomes first dash name, last name becomes last dash name, and really long variable name becomes really dash long dash variable dash name. In Go, we will mainly use PascalCase and Camel Case. Just to finish this lesson, I'm going to go over all the cases again. So Camel Case is where the first word in the variable name is lowercase and the rest of them are capitalized. PascalCase is where all the words in the variable name are capitalized. Snake case is where every word in the variable name is separated by an underscore, and it can also have all uppercase representation. Kebab case is where every word is separated by a dash. It too can have a uppercase representation. Snake case is also sometimes used for writing the file names, and it's very popular in Python. That's it for a coding session. I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you in the next coding session. Thanks for watching the video. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below or reach out to our Discord server. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. I will see you in the next one.